expert on this.
All right, 25 minutes past the hour now. The Supreme Court issues its strongest opinion in years on voters' rights in America. The court upholds a law out of Indiana that requires voters to show a picture ID at the polls. A Fox News investigation shows how this can prevent fraud. Eric Sean's live in our newsroom with more now. Good morning, Eric.
Oh, Bill, the potential for election fraud starts even before voters get into the voting booth. Step one, you know those forms you have to fill out to register to vote? One of the worst recent voter scandals happened in Washington State 2 years ago. Voter registration forms for 1,800 people were submitted by the activist organization ACORN. ACORN even threatened to sue election officials there if they didn't accept the registrations. But there was only one problem. Only 6 of the 1,800 names were real people. All the rest were fake. The ACORN workers did admit that they made the names up. You believe this? They actually sat in the Seattle Public Library there at a table and even randomly picked out names from the phone books. One worker said he even would sit at home making the names up and smoke marijuana. The Washington Secretary of State Sam Reed pushed to get picture ID for voters into law.
Well, it's the worst case of voter registration fraud in our state's history. It was really outrageous.
Well, by having photo ID, Reed wanted to make sure that people who voted were actually who they claimed to be. But the proposal was rejected by the democratically controlled state legislature in Washington. Lawmakers said it would be too restrictive and unfair. As for the ACORN workers, 7 were prosecuted for felony offenses of filing false information. 1 did go to jail. But John Jones, the head of the state's ACORN office, denies the organization was responsible.
We found out that we had a small handful of morons who decided to take it upon themselves to defraud the people of Washington State.
Well, despite what happened, you still don't need a photo ID to vote in Washington State. A utility bill will do. But Reed points out that even that privilege has been abused. One woman actually managed to register her dog. By the way, our investigation is the first of what will be a continuing series here on Fox News. We call it Stealing Elections. We'll bring you more through, and I bet past Election Day.
That Eric Sean, thank you for that. Big decision for the Supreme Court yesterday. Broke when we were on the air, in fact, too.
10 a.m., that's when the decisions come out. Maybe we'll get more.
Could be.